Stick talk. 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 And hockey.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, everyone. This is episode 18 of Stick Talk Hockey. I'm your host, Tico Raspy, and this is my co-host.
I'm yours, Trilly.
Glad to have you back. We got NHL stuff going on this week.
Yes, sir. How was your week?
Yeah, it was good. Went to a Canucks game.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah. I said on this podcast a little while ago that I wasn't going to put any more money into Francesco Aquilini's pocket, and I didn't. I got the tickets for free. Didn't spend a dime at the arena.
Shut up, Bucky's.
Yeah, shout out to Bucky's Tap House hooking us up with the tickets, and shout out to Labatt and Budweiser for putting us up in the booth. It was a good time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Glad you had a good time. That sounds excellent.
Yeah, man. How was your week?
It was great. It was great. Can't complain. Got lots of music done.
Love that.
Watched the Devils win a couple games.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it felt good.
Yeah. I watched the Canucks win a bunch of games too, of course, now.
I bet that didn't feel good.
It felt terrible.
Yeah,
I mean, it made for a fun night at Rogers, don't get me wrong.
absolutely.
Yeah,
If
you
you go to a game, you do want to see them win.
Of
but
course, you know,
when-
you see Elias Pettersson put on a show, score a goal, and then one in the shootout. I mean, that's a fun time.
Yeah, absolutely. But when you're at home on the couch, you're just like, God, lose already.
Please lose. Please.
And the Canucks score. What's wrong with you?
I know. Just clapping the Senators for what? For what reason?
Yeah.
Okay.
Canucks fans are all hopeful now, too. Like the Senators are bum cheeks.
Oh, my God. Yeah, you know, if they win out, did 95-point pace. Win out? Win out?
It's like 20 games left.
What are you talking about? We're going to just continue putting Quinn Hughes to the grindstone 30 minutes a night?
Yeah, no.
In March. It's March. This team, like the Canucks do the exact opposite of what hockey's supposed to do. Like the games are supposed to be like, you feel it out, you kind of get your groove, and then like come March, the schedule gets like difficult, you're starting to get hurt, whatever. This team's out of it by November every year, and then March comes around, they're like, all right, boys, we're here. We're ready to go, right when nobody takes them seriously anymore.
The epitome of beer league mentality.
It's brutal.
We got 2 wins on the season, but anything can happen. It's hockey, right?
You know what I actually really hate? The St. Louis Blues for doing this to fans. The St. Louis Blues in 2018, when they had their fight in practice, they were dead last in the league, and then they went on to win the cup. Now, every year, there's some morons when their team's at the bottom of the league like, St. Louis did it, anyone could do it. No.
Just throw the mitts in practice. Stir it up.
That's not how it works. The St.
No.
Louis Blues were a very good team.
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were a very good team. Your Arizona Coyotes cannot do that. They will not do that.
No, absolutely not.
No.
You will never watch a Stanley Cup game in Mullet Arena.
No.
I promise you.
No shot. But you might watch one in Houston.
Hey, good segue.
So that's our first kind of story for this week. Kevin Weeks tweeted out some eye emojis. Whoop. Towards a rumor of a possible NHL expansion. 33rd and 34th NHL franchises. Maybe Atlanta and maybe Houston.
I don't hate it.
Neither do I.
I saw a lot of steam coming about the Atlanta one.
Yeah.
I really don't hate it.
I mean, I know it didn't really work last time, but you try it. I say you try it again. I think it's a better shot than Phoenix.
Absolutely, yeah. It's doing a lot more than Arizona will, especially when you consider that the arena's still up in limbo.
Yeah.
They're still begging for votes from people that live in Tempe just to let them exist. It's like, why don't you just fold it and move somewhere that wants you?
Yeah. Well, and what we're hearing is that like these rumors of an expansion, which they have more cities in mind than just Houston and Atlanta, right? I think there was some Kansas City talk, things like that. It seems like this is a little bit of prep in case the Tempe vote doesn't go their way.
Yeah, absolutely. They need to have a bailout plan, and I don't blame them for it at all.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I think that with the way that just everything's grown in the last 10, 15 years, I think Atlanta's a lot more of a desirable location than Phoenix would be.
I agree completely.
Anywhere in Arizona would be. Like,
yeah.
You see how much buy-in we've been getting from other celebrities across other entertainment worlds. You have Macklemore with the Kraken. You have Marshawn Lynch with the Kraken.
Yep.
That place exploded.
Yeah.
Off of just hype, off of local celebrities buying in.
Mm-hmm.
If you have the local celebrities from Atlanta saying that hockey's cool all of a sudden, think about all of the pop culture power that comes from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Like
you put Travis Scott in a Thrashers jersey, it's gonna that do so much for the game.
Yeah, get out of here. Like everyone's gonna be talking about it. You're gonna be selling Thrashers jerseys like hotcakes.
100%. Yeah, I think it's a great move. And even Houston, I'd like to see a Houston team as well.
Yeah, and Houston has a market for it too. If you were able to get the local celebrities, the local influence to buy in over there, like Houston is a tight-knit community.
Absolutely. And I mean, they have the arena there already. They got the Rockets there. They could play there.
Yeah, if you have the people that can get people to buy in to say it's cool, it's going to happen.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Hockey's growing. It's been reaching a lot of different places lately.
Definitely.
So I think it's a great idea. Especially nowadays with like how far technology's come. We were always concerned about heat in places like that, but like it's not an issue anymore. Like look at Arizona, it's doing great.
Yeah, the ice is fine.
Yeah,
in all of those southern states, they have no problems with it.
Yeah, they're doing beautiful. So like it's really not a concern any other way than just logistically for like people per capita.
And finding buyers, which I don't think there's a problem with that anymore either. Team valuations are going through the roof.
Yep. Yeah, look at the Senators. They're starting at 900 mil, and that's a starting bid.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just going to get 900. That's probably going to go to 1.2.
I was going to say we're going to be over $1 billion very soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Andy Strickland did say, league source on rumors of Atlanta and Houston. They are two cities that have expressed interest, but neither of these two are ahead of anyone else, and nothing is happening soon. Went on to say, not sure these two cities are even at the top of our list. Okay, and that's very fair and a very likely response, you know?
You see this top comment?
The top comment, Vancouver needs a team first, yeah. Ain't that the truth, Chris Conte?
That's so good. I love that. I was literally just thinking, Buzz Bishop kind of almost read my mind here with the Quebec notion. Why in the world are we allowing the NHL to jerk us around with this whole connotation of like, oh, we can't give a team to Quebec because there's just not enough people to support it? What do you mean? You have a team playing in an arena that hosts 5,000 people. You moved the Winnipeg Jets because their arena held only 10,000 and it wasn't enough for you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like...
So you're going to downgrade and keep pumping money into this absolute lemon of a franchise because why? You might get an arena that could hold 20,000. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Or you could just go somewhere where you're always going to sell out and just be happy with 12 to 15,000. Weird.
Well,
Weird
I think it's more about the market size though than the actual arena capacity, right? Like Tempe or Arizona doesn't hold a ton of people right now, and obviously that's a fiasco. I think it's a complete joke. But like I get the desire to push it in a city of 4 million people in the metropolitan area. Whereas, Quebec City has what? 800K. Well, I mean, they already have a team in the province, right?
Oh, yeah.
Most people aren't going to switch from the Habs in Quebec.
Alberta has 2 teams in their province, and all that they have is a couple cows and some yeehaw cowboys.
Yeah, that's true.
Like what? Come on now.
I don't think you're pulling people away from the Habs in Quebec though. That's Quebec's team, baby.
I think it had to be by default.
Yeah, well, absolutely, it did. It did, of course. Just like Toronto, I mean, they still haven't pulled enough people away to the Senators. They're still having trouble selling games out in Ottawa, and it's the country's capital. But it's just because Toronto's been there forever.
Yeah, well, and I mean, the Sens have been bum cheeks for a while.
They're garbage, yeah.
Yeah, and even when they were good, they weren't likable.
I mean, I would argue they've been a lot better than Toronto.
Yes,
way better.
But they were never likable. Chris Neil era.
Are you joking? Erik Karlsson era? They were a game from the finals, dude.
I'm not gonna lie, I never liked Erik Karlsson.
Oh my god, yeah, of course you didn't. This meat and potatoes boy over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always bash on Hockey Canada for it. But
This
then I'm
guy,
like, this
I
guy's
swear
too
to God,
flashy for me.
I swear to God, this guy will be like, say shit like this, Erik Karlsson, but then like random guys, Blake Coleman's his favorite player in the NHL. He watches Erik Karlsson, he's like, nah.
Does the right things. Dawson Mercer does the right things.
Yeah. I mean, hey. I that though too. I love it. I love my third, fourth liners. I really do.
I'm really skeptical about all the skill guys until they do it like 2-3 seasons in a row. Then I'm full buy-in. But I was really, really hard sold on Karlsson for a long time. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about this guy.
Yeah. I actually think Karlsson would be like probably like regarded as one of the top 3 defensemen of this millennium if he didn't have those ankle injuries.
Yeah, that's entirely fair.
It's tough.
That is tough. I mean, we could say the same thing about Steven Stamkos.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I think like, yeah, Jackson said it on the pod a little bit ago. It's like Ovi, Stamkos for goal scorers.
Yeah, by far.
And
like,
if he didn't have those injuries, that wouldn't be a hot take.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
The guy was electric and so powerful in the zone. Like
absolutely.
He could open up anything he wanted to.
Yeah. Okay, should we move on?
Yeah, I feel good about that. Houston would be interesting, honestly. I would love to see a Houston team. I hate that logo, though. Holy Christ. I do hope that they do.
The arrows?
I hope they revisit that if that is going to be what it is.
I think they would. I'm pretty sure that's one of their minor team logos already.
Okay.
So I don't think they would be using that.
Okay. No, yeah, that'd be super interesting. And honestly, just get out of Phoenix. Get out of Arizona.
Yep.
Get out of Tempe.
Move on. End this failed program.
It's so embarrassing watching the NHL grovel for votes from a
God.
city council meeting. Like
The commissioner of the National Hockey League
begging for votes.
Oh, it's horrifying.
Yeah,
what in the Bush League?
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I just wanted to throw that in there.
100%.
I think we forgot to touch on it last pod. So
yeah. All right. Big news out of Philly. Flyers part ways with Chuck Fletcher.
Called it.
Yeah. So clearly because of this awful. I mean, it's been an awful couple years, but I mean, this deadline sure looked to have sealed it. And then he did a presser with the season ticket holders, and they weren't happy. Shocker. So yeah, Danny Briere's taken over, and ownership and Briere made it very clear. Finally, they're looking to really tank and rebuild.
Good for them.
Good for them. I wonder what that's like. It's probably nice.
Having a clear direction.
Yeah.
Set in stone.
Nice.
Also good for Danny Briere. He's been in the running for a couple GM positions now. Always just kind of held out. He's interim right now. It looks like he's probably going to be full-time, and then they're going to split the president of hockey ops and GM down the middle. So he shouldn't have too much to bite off either. Yeah. He's just going to be able to make sure that they are on a solid course.
Right.
Which is what you really want.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think Chuck Fletcher, he might get a little bit too much flack, because I do think that maybe this came down a little bit to ownership telling him you're going for the retool, which we've seen before. So I mean, but when it came to this deadline and you needed to sell, this was an absolute failure.
Yeah, it didn't look good at all. We were calling for it on the deadline. We were like, Fletcher's going to be kissing his job goodbye real quick if something doesn't come down the pipe, and he couldn't make anything happen. I understand the sentiment of the market was dry. The chips they had, there was no interest in it.
The market was not dry.
I don't know how much I believe that.
Yeah, there was so much movement this deadline.
Yeah, you're telling me that Van Riemsdyk had zero interest. I don't buy that.
No, me neither.
I don't buy that for a second. If anything, you were asking for way too much, and they just went and found someone else under your nose, and then you saw it announced and went, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
hey, you know what? I'm happy for the fans of Philly. Something I don't say very often, but I am happy for them. They get a real direction, some new management, and good for them.
Yeah, it's probably fun watching Hextall play double agent in Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, it is. I bet you it is.
Saw that Bonino's already out.
Yeah,
that sucks. Lacerated was a kidney or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, it had to do with something with his abdomen, lacerated in contact. That sucks, but
I mean, on on team average, they're the oldest team in NHL history.
It's pretty insane.
That's pretty insane.
And that's going to get pretty concerning going down the stretch here if you already have one of the guys you brought in out for weeks. Ouch.
Yeah, so I hope Philly takes a couple years and gets going again, because I like it when Philly's good. I like their rivalry games. I like the Pittsburgh-Philly rivalry. I like watching them play Boston. Like, I don't know. I like it when Philly's good.
As much as I hate Philly, I do love when Philly does well.
Yeah.
You know? Like
when they're a competitive team.
Yeah, I grew up watching the Devils have a really hard time getting through Philly in the playoffs. So,
yeah, it's
not particularly a team I enjoy watching too much or I'm too fond of watching. But that being said, they play hockey a nice way sometimes. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. In the early 2010s, I mean, those Philly-Pittsburgh series were something to watch, dude.
Philly just plays degenerate New York Rangers hockey.
It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, we're gonna really quickly though laugh at Chuck Fletcher for saying out loud that he has an app that he used to determine fair market value on trades. This man was using an app. This dude was on NHL 23.
I was gonna say this man's using NHL 23
to try and make the trade. No, that's you can't have that, pal.
He's using the find trade button. Says there's nothing available. I don't know.
Oh, man.
It's a dry market.
That's a tough one to out yourself on, buddy.
Yeah, hang your hat there. Maybe go and, find a hobby.
Yeah.
Golf's fun.
All right, let's move on. Golf is fun. Oh, can't wait for golf season to get going.
God, yep. I'm going to be out there every weekend after hockey season. You bet your ass.
Yeah. All right, Quinn Hughes. That's a big one this week. Fastest defenseman to 200 assists.
That kid's good.
Yeah, 263 games. Beats Leach by 1 game, who had 264. Okay. Right there.
Cut it close.
Cutting it close. I mean, Quinn Hughes, we've discussed this a little bit, but I mean, have we circled around from Hughes and Pettersson being overrated to now them being underrated?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the stretch of a 1-year window? 1.5 maybe?
Yeah, 1.5, I'd say. Basically since the Travis Green firing last November 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean these guys have just been out of this world. Like that's quite the feat. And I mean yeah, I don't know what else to say. This Quinn Hughes, man, he's been playing. They're playing him 30 minutes a night. He has no D partners at all. And he's still just racking them up.
No, he's making it work, and you have to remember that this is on a terrible Canucks team, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's probably why they both get overlooked, is because the team is so god-awful. But these guys call game, all the time. There's so many games that I watch where the Canucks are nowhere near anywhere that they should be in a hockey game. And then Elias Pettersson just calls game.
Yeah, he just takes over.
This is my game now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it really just says something when you look at the Canucks record over the last 5 years, since he really landed on that team. They've had 1 winning season, 2. It might be 2.
It may be 2, yeah.
But it was barely a winning season. So that's hard.
Yeah.
That's really incredible.
Well, Elias Pettersson is playing right now. You look at his stats, his 5-on-5 stats and his advanced stats. He's playing a top 5 center in the league. He is playing as a top 5 center in the league.
Oh, by far. He's outplaying Matthews this year for sure.
Yeah, big time. He's having a much better season than Austin Matthews.
Yeah, he better be getting the respect after this season.
And he's due for his extension this season.
Yeah, ouch.
What do you think that number comes in at?
11.5.
Yeah. If it's long term, I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's long term and you lock it down.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
You have to.
Yeah.
In this day and age, you just have to. It's look at Boston. Look at Boston. They're a team that doesn't do that.
Pasta.
It didn't matter.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah, that's FU pay me money.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's just no way around it.
There's no way around
money
it
if you want to win.
With your a guy like that, a 1C You know what I mean? Like top line guy, the premium position at center. You can't win without it.
Yeah, top 5 center, and we're not talking 4 or 5.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah,
It has
you
to
pay
be
that,
up there.
man. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Hughes has another year, right?
He has 4 still.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah. We gave him, I want to say, 6-year deal, 8x6.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's like we've said how many podcasts in a row now? Just buy in.
Yeah.
Buy low, buy now.
Yeah, exactly.
It may look like a lot. It's not.
People get sticker shock, but that's the way you got to play, man.
Yeah, look at Robertson in Dallas.
Yeah.
How bad are they already mule kicking themselves?
Yup.
Yeah, what a nightmare.
What a nightmare. Well, and that's how you get like you need to sign those long-term deals to get the second window. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like when you do that, and I mean this is a little bit tough to look at it over the last like 4 or 5 years because the cap flattened out over the pandemic. Not much anyone could do to foresee that. But you look at like the Penguins and them giving Crosby and Malkin and Letang big contracts in the late 2000s. By the time those contracts were almost up, it was 2016, 2017, the cap had gone up. Those contracts looked like steals, and they were able to create a second window for themselves, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Look at all the players that they were able to bring in and just pad that roster around those guys.
Exactly.
It was insane.
And that's why like a team like Buffalo, that's where they're going to be. Even if they don't really go for it this year or next year, like they don't really make that run, like they're going to have a window of like in 4 or 5 years, they're going to be able to create themselves a second window again.
Absolutely.
I've been to do it.
I've been seeing a lot of murmurs out in the league and the stratosphere that people are feeling really bad for the Sabres fans now after they decided to sell at the deadline, and don't.
No.
You have such a great future coming.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Very bright future.
Like, and look at the East. Like, you're going to tell me that you're going to be buyers this year? Please.
Yeah. No point. Especially when, like, if I'm the Sabres, like their management or whatever, like I'm looking at this Eastern landscape and thinking, okay, Boston, Tampa, Toronto, these teams won't be that good for that much longer. You know what I mean? Like these teams are nearing their fall off. So why am I going to go in all in? Why am I going to go all in right now when it's probably not going to work, when there's probably going to be an opening for us in a couple years?
Well, yeah, and you consider the market and you consider some of these teams and their cap.
Yeah.
Look at all of the temporary pieces they brought in that are going to be RFAs next year.
Mm-hmm.
That's your chance.
Yeah, 100%.
You can snag some of those players, and you can probably snag them at more of a team friendly.
Definitely.
If you have something already going like they do.
Definitely. Yeah.
Hey, you want to play next to Tage Thompson? Yeah, take a mill off.
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah, take a mill off. All right, let's do
Yeah.
a cup run. Let's make it happen.
Mill off is a lot. I don't think we see those team friendlies anymore.
No, we don't. Not since Nathan McKinnon, really.
Couple thousand. Well, and Nathan McKinnon, I don't even think that was a team friendly. He was not playing well.
No, he was kind of forced into that by himself. He just got really good after.
He looked like he was not going to become Nathan McKinnon.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah,
no, Buffalo looks good. I'm really excited to see what Buffalo does, and that's coming from a Jersey fan. I have to hate everyone in the metropolitan area usually, but
yeah,
they just look good. They look good. They're fun to watch. They're a big team. They're young.
Yeah, absolutely. Keeping on them though, Dallas did thump them this week.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a great example of why you're a seller.
Amen. Yeah.
You're playing the first team in the West.
Yep.
And this is still a team that doesn't stack up anywhere close to a team in the East, as we said before. At least not till they go through the wash on 3 different playoff rounds and take some bumps, bruises, and injuries. Like, if we were to have a 7-game series, I think Dallas might win one of them out of the 4 if they played any of the top 4 East teams.
Okay. Yep. One of them. I think one. I agree. Like, I think they would beat the Rangers.
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah, probably. I would give them that.
Yeah.
But, like, if we're looking at it realistically.
Boston, Tampa, Toronto, no.
No, even the Devils, you could say it's going to be a close one, and I don't think they're going to win it.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you really look at, like, you're pairing up against the best team in the West, and you got thumped 10-4.
Mm-hmm.
You got to feel for their goalie, too. He stayed in it for the whole shellacking.
Yeah, he did.
Ouch.
I would be so mad
Yeah.
Get me the fuck out of there, man.
Yeah, I understand Buffalo is having some issues with injuries. They need to rest some guys.
Yeah.
Craig Anderson is old and ancient.
Yeah, he's ancient. Yeah.
So, like, you're just going to dig a deeper hole for yourself probably in the future if you don't. So, I don't know. I just hope that they, got him a spa day or something, treated the guy.
No doubt.
Just
definitely, something on the team.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, get him a suite or something
Yeah,
next time.
yeah,
Get
no
him
doubt.
the penthouse when they're on the road.
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly, like Buffalo compared to a team like Philly,
Mm.
because I always wanted to compare and contrast that because,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
These are teams that both could have, they were in the same position going into this deadline. If you really want to,
Essentially.
like Philly's much worse,
Yes.
but Philly was just as much of a seller or should have been more of a seller.
Should have been more of a seller, yeah.
And wow, just
I know.
it shows what just a lack of direction and competence will do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't tell me it's a dry market when we had the most trades ever.
Ever.
I won't buy it.
No.
Like,
Speaking of traded at the deadline, Mr. Jacob Chychrun.
yes.
He's had some comments about his diet. This man said he's been eating raw liver, raw beef heart, all this crazy stuff. The taste is awful, but your body almost craves it when you eat it consistently because it's just so nutrient dense. That's crazy, buddy.
Gonna vomit.
Dude.
The Liver King was lying.
Yeah, dude, you have never even played 70 games in a season.
And the Liver King does steroids. Like, this
He does.
lifestyle's been debunked.
Yes, that was fun. I mean, and hey. These guys, they probably have, they definitely have experts telling them what they need to eat, nutritionists and all that type of stuff. But for some reason, I don't buy that a nutritionist is telling them to eat beef hearts.
Not all the time. No.
I mean, yeah, here and there.
Yeah,
maybe,
eating raw liver, raw beef, no nutritionalist is gonna tell you to do that. In fact, most of them don't even tell you to drink raw eggs anymore just because it's so risky.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
There's smarter ways to get your protein and to get everything else that you need nowadays. We just have so much more technology, science, and information about it.
Yeah,
We don't have to go back to the Stone Age of just eat everything raw, crack open those eggs into your mouth, chomp
He kind of gives off caveman vibes in the picture too. So.
Yeah, he's.
I thought that was funny. I just wanted to touch on that real quick.
Yeah, I mean, yuck.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Moving on from that though, let's our last real point here, Jonathan Quick.
God, I love it. What a story. Let's go.
A story. Since being dumped by the Kings, Sarah Valley tweets it out. Quick's 3-0-0, 92 for 98 saves. That's a .939 save percentage and a shutout.
Eat your heart out, Rob Blake.
Man, oh man.
This is like the glow up after a bad breakup.
Yeah. yeah.
Quick went out, he got his hair done.
Yeah.
Bought some new Jordans.
Hit the gym.
Yep. He got a little swole, he bought some protein powder, maybe booked it in with like a trainer.
He's been out playing pickup games at the court.
Yep. Yeah, he's glowing, drinking more water.
Drinking more water.
Yep.
And look at him shine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look at him shine. I'm really like now. There's a few playoff series that I desperately want to see this year, right? There's so many, I feel like, actually, because I really want to see the Rangers and the Devils.
Who doesn't?
I really want to see Toronto, Boston.
Yeah.
And I need to see LA, Vegas.
Absolutely. What a story. I'm going to be glued to my TV.
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me that the Devils are playing at the same time that this game would be happening,
yeah,
I'd be hard pressed to watch the Devils.
That's a toss up. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm a story guy.
Man.
I'm a Devils homer, but I'm a story guy at heart.
Ain't that the truth? Quick note. Shout out to Jonesy Amos. This man, I swear, he's my go-to for takes. That this guy's so rarely wrong when it comes to takes on scores of games, things like that. And he's telling me Boston, New Jersey is going to be the Eastern Conference Final. How you feel about that?
Scared.
Understandable.
Honestly, though, I think the Devils could win because I think they're much stronger as far as the infinity pool of youth.
Yeah.
Like, I think that if Boston ends up having to do one of those bump and bang in series,
yeah,
There's a couple old guys in there. There's a couple injuries already. You're looking at Taylor Hall's already in LTIR, so they had to go and get some extra help.
Yeah.
If you drop another player, another 2 players, like Pavel Zacha has injury issues.
He does.
So he's
They
getting
have 50
up there.
wins. They're like the fastest team ever to 50 wins, man. Like I'm over any takes on the Bruins. I can't count them out because I'm terrified that they're gonna win another goddamn cup.
I can't count them out, but you know what? It's hockey.
I know.
At the end of the day, like we saw the Columbus Blue Jackets sweep
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
But that's why like
day, like does greatness really hold up all the time? Like we've seen some of the most winningest teams in like the Golden State Warriors lost as the most winningest team.
Yes. 73-9?
Isn't that the year that the Cavs also made that the legendary comeback where they were down 3-1 in the finals and they made a 3
LeBron, that was though. Yeah. I mean, look.
I mean, they're different sports.
Look, Trill. The New Jersey Devils don't have a LeBron James.
But they got a Jack Hughes.
No, that ain't LeBron James.
But they got a Dougie Hamilton.
That ain't LeBron James.
But they got the Nico Hischier.
That ain't LeBron James.
But he sure is great.
But he ain't LeBron James.
Well, LeBron James.
Look, I mean, hey, absolutely anything can happen. But I mean, the Devils against the Boston Bruins, I'm taking the experience. I'm taking the guys that have been there over and over and over again, been to the finals twice, been to the conference finals. I'm taking the Bruins in that series. As much as that actually hurts my soul to say, and barring injuries, that's a series that I don't know if I'd be able to bring myself to take the Devils.
No, that's fair. If I'm being realistic, I can't either. But it is hockey, and things do happen. Injuries happen, and quite frankly, it could happen.
I'd much prefer if the Devils go. Way prefer. God, I would prefer that, except for when Quinn Hughes asked for a trade there. That'll suck.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
All 3 Hughes brothers?
Yeah. I might have to just be a Devils fan. Can we trade Elias Pettersson and Quinn Hughes to you? And then I can just really enjoy the Devils?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
We can give you like I don't know, some thumbtacks, a thimble, some future considerations.
Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe give him like a 7th, a 2025 7th. How do you feel about that?
It sounds good to me, you know? Deal. You got it.
All right. Let's get into some clips, buddy.
You've heard it here first. This was yours truly sitting down with Jim Benning.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do some clips. I think we got all minor league clips this week. Some of these went a little bit viral already. So we were going to do these ones last week. We didn't have time to. So we got the goalie fight in the AHL. Texas Stars and I think Milwaukee.
There's only
God, they're chalking them too.
Yeah, they are. There's only like 2 ways goalies fight, man. Goalies are like either the most graceful, steezy beings.
Yeah.
Just with like the smoothest blocker glove helmet chuck.
Yeah.
Or they look like an unhinged wildebeest that just got sprung up from hibernation.
Yeah. Yeah.
No grace, thrashing around the Velcro.
Yeah.
Looking like Mike Tyson about to chomp down on an ear.
I love it. I love a goalie fight.
Me too. God, this guy's all grins. But yeah, I took care of that.
All right, let's go to the next one.
Beautiful.
AHL.
Hey,
your
my
boy. Your
Waiter.
boy.
He sails it down a bouncy
Kochetkov from Carolina's system.
What a beauty. And
Gets
man,
the goalie goal.
you gotta love this Selly. He goes all the way up to center ice to hug his boys. The standing hug. And then he skates past his bench to give the dap to every guy, salutes the crowd.
Look at that. What a beauty.
He's fired up.
I love it.
And then they fought him after.
No.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got into a fight after that too because one of the
Unreal.
players took exception to his celebration.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
know what? Get some. If you let a goalie score on you, you can't be mad at the goalie.
yeah, like what do you mean? Like
Be
come
mad
on
at
now.
yourself, bozo.
Yeah. 10 the goal.
All right, one more. Oh yeah, the goalie. More minor league activities. Doinks the ref.
Oh my God! What a throw!
That was a dart too,
That's
man.
so good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
He got a sussy for that.
Yeah, he
Which,
did.
Yeah, you figure.
I actually saw this guy's wife on TikTok.
Okay.
She released a GoFundMe
No.
to help pay for the suspension because she was like, "Hey, can you help my dumbass husband pay the suspension?"
No, dude, he chucked a water bottle at a ref. What are you talking about?
That's
Oh my god. He
that's-
didn't accidentally hurt somebody.
That's so funny.
This man's playing darts and he's like, please help. Come on.
That's so the spiral on the bottle too.
I know,
like, that thing
dude. That
didn't
was-
go end over end. That thing
No.
sign this man to a trial contract. Get him to the NFL ASAP. Look at that thing. He's definitely done this before.
Oh yeah.
This
that
is
was
why you're playing in Europe.
Mahomes-esque. Yeah.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Well, that was fun.
What a way to end it. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yeah, that's it. That's it for today.
Yeah, anything else you want to touch on real quick?
Nada. We do have some new merch in the store. The hoodies, we had to switch up a little bit. We got some different colors on there. So we had to make sure the quality was great. The quality is great now. We got lots of stuff. We got mugs just like the ones we got on the set here. We got hats. We got hoodies. We got like flags. We got tumblers. We got so much stuff, man.
Duffel
it's awesome.
bags.
Duffel bags.
Yes, sir.
Those will make great ball hockey bags. We're going to be using those for our ball hockey gear this year.
Yep, absolutely. Going to be getting one of those.
Yep.
And yeah, a couple interesting games that are going on today. We got the Devils at Carolina.
Yep.
They're going to be battling it out for the first spot in the Metro. There's actually a lot of games for a Sunday. I was pretty shocked
Yeah.
going through it. I think there's like
I'm kinda happy about
6 to 8. Yeah, it gives us something to do.
So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you all tuning in again. Please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening on your podcast app, please leave us a rating. All of that merch and more is available on our website. That's sticktalkhockey.square.site. Thanks again, guys.
Make use of that download button. We sound good in the car.
Yeah, we do.
We make the travel time a lot easier. You can
Yeah.
listen to our sweet, sweet voices all the way to your desired destination.
Exactly.
All right, that's us.
All right, that's us.
Keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Peace.
Stick talk. Stick talk. Stick talk.